We will now take a look at the code that is associated with our address label maker program. As you'll recall, this program allows the user to enter data and then click on the Create Label button, which in turn creates a mailing label. Now if we look closely at the results, as we see the first and last name have been joined together, separated by a space in the first line. The street address has been copied directly down into the second line, and then the third line consists of three components: the city, the state, and the zip code. And if you look closely, there has been a comma inserted in between the city and the state. That comma was not typed in, it has been inserted by the code. So to understand this code, let's stop the program and double click on the Create Label code window. Let's close these other windows so we can get a better look at the code itself. Now this is associated with the button called Create Label button, and it's associated with the click event. And as the comment tells us, this will create a complete address label. Now as you notice, there were three lines of the address. These were named, or these are named for the labels that make up those three lines. That is the name label, the street label, and the city, state, and zip label. The name label consists of two components: the contents of the first name text box, which can be accessed as first name text box.text, and then the last part is the last name text box.text. That's where we get the actual name from. However, the secret in the coding is the use of the ampersands. The ampersand is known as the concatenation symbol. Concatenation simply means to join together. So what we're doing literally in this code is joining together the first name and the last name that has been typed into the text boxes respectively. In between, we're inserting a blank space. This blank space is very important. If this blank space were not here, that's in double quotes, such as first name text box and last name text box, if I were to run this real quickly, just looking at the first and last name, and click on Create Label, you see that the name has been run together without any spaces. So the importance of the space is obvious. So for that reason, we're joining together actually three things: the first name, a space, and the last name. Each part is being joined together by an ampersand. The street label is made up of simply the contents of the street text box. So that's very simple, no concatenation is necessary. The third and final line is the city, state, and zip code, which consists of the city text box, the state text box, and the zip code text box. In between these three things, we are joining together with ampersands. In the case of the city and state, we want a comma to appear immediately after the city, followed by a space. So literally we have inside of quotation marks a comma and a space. And then after the state, we want two blank spaces. So literally there are two blank spaces within quotation marks in between the state and the zip code. Note that there is an ampersand before and after each item that's being joined.